The story of the girl who couldn't see herself. But before we begin, have you ever looked in the mirror and felt like you were staring at a stranger? This is the story of a girl who discovered that the most dangerous kind of blindness is not the one that affects the eyes, but the one that affects how you see yourself. Her name was Leah. A quiet girl, smart girl, talented girl. But she didn't know it. Leah didn't hate herself. She simply couldn't see herself. Every time someone complimented her, she doubted it. Every time she succeeded, she said, "It's nothing." Every time she wanted to speak, she kept quiet, so she wouldn't embarrass herself. She lived in the prison of "I'm not enough." One day, her company announced a major project presentation. Everyone knew Leah had the best idea. Even her boss told her, "You should present this." But Leah shook her head quickly. Her voice small. "No. I can't. I don't think I'll do well." And like many people who don't believe in themselves, she handed her brilliance to someone else. The presentation day came. The hall was full. Lights bright. People whispering. Leah sat in the back row as her colleague presented her idea. Her words. Her months of work. Everyone clapped. Her colleague got the recognition, the praise, the promotion. And Leah just sat there, invisible, silent, watching her own destiny walk past her. That evening, she wiped silent tears on her way home. She entered her room, dropped her bag, and collapsed onto the floor. Not because she failed, but because she never even tried. And that moment changed her life. Because as she sat on the floor, one sentence kept echoing in her mind. If you don't see your worth, the world won't see it either. She remembered her father once telling her, "My daughter, the world listens to people who speak with confidence, not because they are the best, but because they believe they are." Leah had spent years hiding behind fear, behind shyness, behind "what if I'm not good enough?" But that night, something broke. And something awakened. She stood up, wiped her face, took a deep breath, and said to herself quietly, "I am done making myself small." The next morning, she did something she had never done. She walked into her boss's office and said, "I want responsibilities that match my abilities. I want to grow. I want to be seen." Her boss looked at her, surprised, but impressed. Because confidence, even in small doses, changes how people treat you. Within a month, she was leading a team. Within 6 months, she was presenting at conferences. Within a year, she became the woman everyone listened to. Not because she was the loudest, but because she finally believed in her own voice. Here's the truth Leah learned. Self-awareness is power. Confidence is the key that unlocks it. When you know who you are, no one can tell you who you are not. When you know what you carry, you stop shrinking for people who carry less. When you know your value, you stop discounting your dreams. Leah didn't become perfect. She still felt nervous sometimes. She still doubted herself occasionally. But this time, she didn't run from the stage. She stepped onto it. And every time she felt fear rising, she whispered, "I may not be there yet, but I belong here." And now, I ask you, how many opportunities have you watched slip away because you didn't believe you were ready? How many times have you kept quiet when your voice was needed? How many versions of yourself are buried under fear? Take one moment today. One moment of honesty. One moment of courage. Ask yourself, who could I become if I finally believed in myself? Because in the end, the world doesn't need a louder you. It needs a true you. A you who is aware. A you who is confident. A you who stands tall, not with arrogance, but with certainty. Because confidence is not saying I am better than others. Confidence is saying, I am enough. And when you finally believe that, your entire life begins to change.